Good morning, you're welcome to the GH Today News with me, Nanama Acquah. Today is Tuesday, the 13th of May 2025. Here are your headlines. Walewale MP Dr. Tia Abdul-Kabiru Mahama demands full-scale investigations following gold board acting CEO Sammy Gyamfi's dollar gift, citing display of opulence. And governance expert warns inaction of the dollar gift issue could reinforce perceptions of impunity. Good morning once again, and you're welcome to the GH Today News with me, Nanama Acquah. Now, Member of Parliament for Walewale, Dr. Tia Abdul-Kabiru Mahama, says per his interpretation of Ghana's laws, Gold Board acting CEO Sammy Gyamfi's cash gift of US dollars to evangelist Patricia Asiedua, formerly known as Nana Agrada, is illegal under Ghana law. Quoting Section 3 of Act 724, Dr. Kabiru insists that any form of foreign currency transaction without Bank of Ghana approval is illegal. Now, according to him, Gyamfi's actions were not just a political misjudgment, but a legal violation and must not go unpunished. Dr. Kabiru is calling for a full-scale investigation into the source of funds and is demanding lifestyle audits for all public office holders. He spoke to GHOne News.
Foreign Exchange Act 2006, Act 724, under Section 3, it says, no person shall be engaged or shall engage in the business of dealing in foreign currency without approval from the Bank of Ghana. That is what the law says. Now, it didn't stop there. Subsection 4 goes on to tell us what they mean by the business of dealing in foreign exchange. An amount that they say it includes receiving or payment in foreign currency, right? It didn't say the purpose, whether for goods and services, whether for whatever. It did not specify the purpose. They said that the business of dealing in foreign currency includes receiving or payment in foreign currency, all right? Whether it is gratuitous payment, whether it is for goods and services, the law prohibits any payment or any receiving of funds in foreign currency. And that is what the law says, explicitly, black and white. So one would have thought that Sammy Gyamfi, being a lawyer, would have averted his minds to this particular provision of the law. When I hear people say there's no wrong, there's no law violated, it's only a political indiscretion, I beg seriously to differ, because the Bank of Ghana issued notices warning people against holding dollar, trading and invoicing or pricing in dollar, because they make their reference to this Foreign Exchange Act. There's no separate law guiding that. So the law is clear. People are saying that what he gave was a gift. Then it's not payment. Really? What is it? Giving money to someone and the person receiving it, is it not paying and receiving for whatever purpose? Clearly, Mr. Sammy Gyamfi broke the law.
Now, still on this, governance expert Dr. Frederick Odro has described Sammy Gyamfi's recent monetary gesture as questionable and inappropriate. Dr. Odro argued that such displays of affluence undermine ethical expectations of public office and risk eroding public confidence in political leadership. Now, the governance expert further urged the president to take a principled stance, warning that inaction could reinforce perceptions of impunity and weaken the fight against corruption.
Knowing how our system works, it takes close to 6 months when people get employed to be put on the government payroll. So you begin by asking yourself, what is the source of the funds that were being paid or that was being given out? For me, the optics is not good at all. It can't be defended. Because here we have a situation, people in political office or somebody in political office who is not receive salary, but still so generous that he can give out money to somebody he deems to be somebody in need, then this person goes to him, asks for fuel money, and then is given what is believed to be a substantial amount of dollars. I mean, it doesn't look good, especially coming after the president's own injunction on his appointees to live by certain standards. So, for me, it raises the question of what is the source of the funds that he was giving out. And mind you, you can only give out gifts when you have enough for yourself and perhaps for your immediate family. So if you will give out such an amount, I don't know the quantum, but it can be said to be peanuts. If you can give such an amount, and especially in foreign currency, I mean, it creates an impression of opulence, which does not look good.
On to other stories. A US court has drastically reduced the $18 million in damages awarded to Asin Central MP Kennedy Ejapong to $500. Now, following a defamation suit filed by Ghanaian investigative firm Tiger IPI. The reduction comes after a motion was filed by Ken Ejapong, urging the court to review what he describes as an excessive award. The trial judge ruling last month agreed that while Mr. Ejapong had indeed maliciously defamed the plaintiff, the initial amount awarded to the jury was disproportionately high. In a press release issued on May 11, 2025, Tiger IPI acknowledged the reduction, but stressed that the essence of the case was never about financial compensation, but in the judgment. The investigative firm further stated its commitment to fighting corruption, adding that the outcome only strengthens its resolve to fight for truth and justice. Now, a notorious drug peddler in the Acquah municipality in the Volta region has been arrested following weeks of surveillance. Intelligence led police to the suspect's residence on 10th May 2025, leading to the recovery of 92 slabs of a substance suspected to be Indian hemp. There's more in this report.
The substances were tightly wrapped in yellowish material and hidden within the property. Also retrieved were 2 royal motorbikes believed to be stolen. Preliminary investigations indicated that the suspect has been operating an illegal drug business in Acquah and nearby communities. During interrogation, he admitted to owning the drug and motorbikes. Bukari Yakubu is currently in custody, assisting police with investigations and will soon be arraigned before the courts. The Ghana Police Service has reiterated its commitment to fighting drug trafficking and is urging the public to remain vigilant and report any suspicious activity. In another development, 3 young individuals have been convicted and sentenced for a violent street robbery involving a stolen iPhone in Ho. The Ho Circuit Court handed down a total of 19 years in prison to the trio, whose calculated crime shocked residents near the Central Market. The swift response by bystanders and police led to the arrest and prosecution within days. The convicts, 22-year-old Mercy Sokwe, Achu Kamasa, 25, and Godfred Jidonu, 19, were found guilty of robbing 21-year-old Elijah Tokbeji. The scheme began when Mercy Sokwe requested to borrow the victim's iPhone 6, valued at 700 cedis, for a selfie near the Ho Central Market on May 9, 2025. As she distracted him, her accomplices suddenly attacked the victim with scissors and snatched the phone. The victim raised an alarm. Godfred Jidonu was quickly apprehended with the phone in his possession and handed over to the police. Further investigations led to the arrest of the other 2 suspects. On May 9, the 3 were arraigned before Osman Abdul Hakim at the Ho Circuit Court. All pleaded guilty and were sentenced to 3 years each for conspiracy to commit robbery, while Achu Kamasa and Godfred Jidonu received an additional 5 years each for an act of robbery. The police are urging the public to remain vigilant and cautious, especially when approached by strangers in public spaces.
Onto a health-related story. Malaria eradication in Africa remains a key focus of SDG 3, which seeks to ensure healthy lives and promote well-being for all. One of the main targets under this goal is to reduce malaria incidence and mortality rates by 90% by 2030. However, current data indicates that this target is off track and will require a comprehensive approach involving strengthened healthcare systems, innovative solutions and increased funding. As part of efforts to contribute to this agenda, pharmaceutical giant Bliss GVS Pharma has donated anti-malaria medication worth 125 Ghana cedis to the Western Regional Medical Stores in Takoradi. The donation forms part of the company's Act for Africa initiative aimed at supporting healthcare delivery and malaria eradication efforts across the continent.
Malaria prevalence in Ghana has seen a significant decline from 27.5% in 2011 to 8.6% in 2022. Additionally, confirmed malaria cases per thousand population dropped from 192 in 2019 to 159 in 2020. Despite these gains, malaria continues to pose a major public health challenge in Ghana, as highlighted in the National Malaria Elimination Strategic Plan. Recognizing the urgent need to accelerate progress, Bliss GVS Pharma has stepped up with this timely donation. Justice Yale, medical representative at Bliss GVS Pharma, emphasized the company's commitment to health and its desire to play an active role in malaria eradication efforts.
This initiative, known as Act for Africa, is actually a pioneer from us. We got this in line about 5 years ago. We started this with a donation at regional and teaching hospitals, a donation of anti-malarials, antibiotics, and then other healthcare medications. And as part of this program, which forms part of our corporate social responsibility, we do education at teaching training, nursing training as part of it. And then this goes a long way to help us impact the lives of the everyday Ghanaian.
Receiving the medication on behalf of the Western Regional Health Directorate, Regional Health Promotion Manager Daniel Bonfe expressed appreciation and noted that the donation will go a long way in supporting their malaria intervention programs.
It is going to support us to fight the disease burden. You know, malaria, we have the preventive side and we have the curative side. So these medicines is going to help us to treat those who come down with malaria, whilst we also do the preventive aspect of educating the public to adopt best practices, sleep under the long-lasting insecticide nets. And those who go down with the disease too, these drugs are going to help us a lot.
Bliss GVS Pharma has also made similar donation in Tamale to the Tamale Teaching Hospital.
Well, that's all we have for the GH Today News this morning. My name is Acquah. For more news updates, click on starfm.com.gh. But don't go anywhere. The morning show continues.